The Israeli military has bombed residential buildings south of Beirut, claiming they were located above Hezbollah's central headquarters. The strikes came just an hour after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu delivered a combative speech at the United Nations, he vowed to defeat Hezbollah and other Iranian-backed terrorists. We have with us my colleague Brian Thomas Brown. Brian, now Israel has bombed residential sites in Beirut. What can you tell our viewers about that? We are facing some connections issue with my colleague Major Mohammad Ali Shah. As we're seeing, there's a larger conflict at place, the humanitarian crisis that is resulting because of the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. And talking about that, I also want to highlight about the IMEC link, that the variable that exists, where Netanyahu stated that is the resolution to solve it. He stated during that Netanyahu believes that the India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor is the resolution to the Iranian curse that's how he has termed it. What do you think about? Do you think that is a resolution? Because the talks has been, as you have also said, that the talks have been going on. There's been many treaties that have been signed, but there's no resolution that has been reached. But now he has stated that he believes that IMEC is the resolution for the Iranian curse.
Ria, that's a very, very good question, and I compliment you for asking me this. Ria, I will say it this way. Israel has had not just casualties of innocents, not just casualties in Gaza. There was Colonel Kale from the ex-army officer, a veteran from the Indian Army who was with the UN. He lost his life in an Israeli attack, unfortunately. They were UN aid vehicles. It was a convoy being led into Gaza, aid to help out the victims over there, innocent victims. Israeli IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, intercepted them. There were attacks on them. It was most unfortunate. And we have seen this kind of brutality happening. In fact, what Hamas did on 7th October was very wrong, was grossly wrong. There are some nations who have identified Hamas as a terrorist organization. Some nations haven't. But I must tell you, whatever happened on 7th October was definitely a dastardly, a terrorist activity. And anyone who indulges in a terrorist activity, I personally, as Major Mohammad Ali Shah, would call them a terrorist organization, because you have indulged in a terror activity. Now, when there was like in Russia-Ukraine war, there was a humanitarian corridor, there was a ceasefire on the interference of India. India had requested, and जंग कभी रुकती नहीं है किसी के लिए भी, but here there was a ceasefire. The very fact it happened. Now, India can play actually a very, very good peace broker over here. Can play. I'm not saying it will play or it will not play. It can play because India has got very good terms with all the international nations, every foreign country apart from China and Pakistan, which are not involved here, thankfully so far. So, India, on one hand, we are in very good terms with Israel. We have very good terms with Iran, we are in good terms with Lebanon, we are in good terms with every other nation. There are certain now, Israel, if you see geographically, it's a very small nation, and everyone knows what happened in Second World War. In the Nazi Germany, Hitler's Nazi Germany, there was a genocide, and he had put the gas into the gas chambers, he had put the Jews, he had put them to sleep, unfortunately, very sadly. And those Jews, they rose from the ashes. They formed a small nation of theirs, Israel, and today Israeli technology is hard to beat. It's hard to match up to Israeli technology. It's so advanced. So the whole world should learn from this. Rising from the ashes, from nowhere. I mean, a community which was almost on the finish, but that community rose and they became so powerful that Americans had their hand on Israel. Agreed. But today they have become so stubborn. Netanyahu, he says whether I have American support or not, I will still go ahead with. He has stopped listening to the blessings of the elders that he had on hand. Elders by that I mean somebody who was more powerful than him, by US was more powerful. US is a superpower. Is certainly more powerful than Israel. So now when we see Israel actually doing what they want, how they want, where they want, and people are talking about, okay, terrorists, they are not answerable to any government, they will do what they want, unruly behavior. But a government, a republic, a government of responsible citizens, they are expected to behave in a responsible manner.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.